I grew up in Dodge City, Kansas. Left there to go to school at Wichita State. I actually went to school in Indiana for a couple years. My parents ran a bowling alley, and so bowling is a big thing. So I went to Wichita State on a bowling scholarship, Indiana on a bowling scholarship, and Wichita State. And actually prior to that, right out of high school, so that I could afford school, I joined the military. And so that got me the GI Bill and allowed me to be able to go to school. And so I went to school at Wichita State, got my degree in secondary education English, graduated in '93 and been in public school since then. You know, I think education found me more than I found it. So I originally, after being in the military, I really wanted to run bowling alleys one day. And so I decided to do that was to get a marketing degree and to get a business degree. And so I went to Wichita State and started in that, but got a minor in English because I love literature and reading and writing. And, but I was helping out tutoring students with English skills in the Wichita State Library, and found out that that really, over time, I wanted to spend more time there than I wanted to spend creating marketing materials for classes. And so it was pretty evident that I'm already getting this English minor, why don't I just put that to use and do what I love to do? And so then I switched over and pursued a degree in secondary education. Well, the people first, right? It's been really a blessing. You have a really gem here, kind of out in the outside of a big metropolis. And so I think about the city really is the idea that there is this real community feel. I think a lot of times you can get to a suburban city like this, a city that is a part of a suburban area, and lose your identity, but there's a real sense of identity here, and it's really built around the schools, and so that's very impressive. And the schools are amazing. There's no probably town in Kansas where you're going to have a population of 11,000 and the residents have the opportunities that they have here with IB program and AVID, the natatorium that you have, some of the programs, the new buildings that you've built to help students with social emotional learning. Those are extremely critical. Again, I think the facilities, Dr. Burke, I think, has done some amazing stuff to build some partnerships with the community. So I really enjoyed meeting the mayor and having the mayor kind of take me around to some of the, I think the idea that there's a really strategic vision for making Hayesville a great place to be. And so you don't find that in small towns. And so there's some real visionary leadership taking place, building an excellent school system and an excellent community. First I would like to thank, which I'll do later tonight, is thank the school board for, seeing something in me to invite me. This is a great honor. I think this is probably a highly sought after position because you do have a lot to offer here. And so I feel very blessed to be able to have this opportunity to meet some great people and meet your community and have some time to visit with you and then interview with the board later. So. I spent most of my time in the Midwest part of Kansas. I love it. Even though I kind of grew up in the West, I came out here from Wichita State and stayed in this area. All of my time as a profession in education has been in rural small towns, in smaller schools. So while this is a bigger school, it is a smaller town. And so that's a real draw. So it feels very home, very much like home. And so I hope I get the opportunity maybe one day to be here next.